now the team is new. We get worried most times when the judiciary passes judgments that are not respected. We get concerned as citizens. We get concerned as lawmakers, where judiciary comes up with a position to say, I'll give an example of the Dr. Besigye case and the others, where the judiciary has a stand that this is the position of the Supreme Court, and you find what is being done is different. Is it the same concern on your side, or what government doesn't respect you, we move on? We just count it as one of the things that have not been respected. There are so many different cases. By the way, even when you go down where we live, there are also court orders that are not respected by some people. And yet we really want to think that we should live in a country where decisions are taken by every arm of government and respected by the others.
Thank you, Honorable Sam. And I want to draw you to Article 128 that speaks to the independence of the judiciary, where in the exercise of judicial power, the courts shall be independent and shall not be subject to the control or direction of any person or authority. No person or authority shall interfere with the courts or judicial officers in the exercise of their judicial functions. And 3, all organs and agencies of the state shall accord to the courts such assistance as may be required to ensure effectiveness of the courts. So we are speaking about independence of the judicial arm, and we call upon you to really listen to the plea of the public, because you are there to serve the people. And I know you've had so many cases where people people feel justice has not been dispensed, to the extent, this is not being political, that we now have cadre judges. You know, if you want that case to be, you know, this one must be taken to this. You had the massacre case, Namere versus Honorable Nalubowa. It is a recent one. We cannot hide some of these facts. Somebody is sent, the Honorable reaches an extent of withdrawing a case because she feels justice will not be dispensed. Cadre judge. And for now, they are telling us, you know, those are our courts. Even if you go to court, you will never win. Those are our courts. So we are giving you feedback. We are the people that you do serve. Please exercise your independence as the judiciary. Otherwise, you are going to lead us to use of non-judicial, other non-judicial means to get access to justice. I'm speaking for the people, but aware that you have mechanisms of getting feedback about the service that you do render, because you are a very critical sector. I doubt whether the judiciary can just close its ears, and I doubt whether you don't know what is happening. So Honorable Asman said, let's look at the reality. While I was coming here, there is a person who told me, you know what, Honorable Namga, for me, I'm observing, if this country is to be put to order, every one of us who is above 35, all they take us where? So cleaning the system requires everyone above 35. It looks we are all we are all infected, you know. So that they remain with a generation that can lead this country. We don't want to take this direction. But colleagues here, you all know what is taking place in this country. Let's not keep blind when things are going astray. P.S. This is the fact. Let's look at these issues. Let's be factual. We know there are things you cannot tell us here, but when you get back to your office, when you get to your kingdom, sir, read the Bible very well and live up to, the expectations of the public. Let's go to the matters of audit. Sir, anything to submit on that? Let's go to matters of audit. The beauty is, whatever we are speaking to is going to be part of the what? Some of these are part of the audit, but just take that feel as representatives of the people. They have put the judiciary in courts with so many exclamations and question marks about your duty to dispense justice, equitably justice. I want to thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Chair, infected, but maybe you didn't clarify infected with what?
No.
And what is the remedy to that infection?
I did not want to be on record of where somebody
And
wanted
where
us
should
to
we
be
go?
taken. But it is food for thought. It's food for thought. There people have gone. Let's serve humanity. Let's have that human heart. When you can't be a lawyer, you can't be in the judiciary at the same time at Mulago. At any time you will need each other's service. So when you are serving, diligently do, because that same service will be expected by you from a colleague who will be giving the other service. So let's make sure we are professional. Let's be professional in the way we do work. You will go to Mulago, some doctor will behave, in a funny way, you will complain. Now for you, when we come to court, we are talking about the DPP. The states have become small gods on this planet. State. Very feared. So let's be close to the people that we do serve. You can respond if you really feel the...
Once again.
Yes, Honorable Asman.
As Chief, I want to find out why the registrar is still in acting position from the PS, and whether it is in tandem with the public service standing orders, the duration of her service.
Now, Madam Chair, this team you see here, you can see, even I decided that they sit in the middle, and for us we sit on the sides. Reason for protection in case there is. So we really value gender very much. But on a serious note, we take note of your concerns. But I want to mention one thing, that perceptions are perceptions. It may not be true. Because when a judicial officer is seated and is taking decisions, is taking decisions based on evidence that has been provided. And if the decision of that judicial officer is not satisfactory to you, there is room for appealing to higher court. So, I don't want to start thinking or saying that the judicial officers are taking decisions the way they take decisions because they are cadres. I don't know any cadre. There is no cadre in the judiciary. All the judicial officers are appointed on merit, and they are doing their work according to what they see and what they receive. Madam Chair, I want to also, maybe you will help us to give us details of judgments that have not been respected, so that we can go back and find out what happened. But to hear it from you, without some detail, I think we need to have some detail of those judgments. The CR, I am not the right person to talk about the CR as acting, because I'm not the appointing authority. The appointing authority is Judicial Service Commission. So I am waiting for confirmation. It concerns me.
So how do you, why are you now?
It concerns me, and I'm in touch with the Judicial Service Commission, and they have told me that...
Because PS, after 6 months, the chief registrar will be in office irregularly. You know it very well. And if I sought the indulgence of the chair, we've been sending away entities here, with many people in acting positions. But you see also, as people's representatives, we have a duty. Sometimes you people that side, you have no platform to air out some of these issues. It is only when they come here and we try to highlight them. And I'm asking this because we've had entities here where people have been in acting positions for 7 years.
Even 13.
13 years. So it concerns us. That's why, as PS, maybe as you are reminding whoever you are supposed to remind, you also tell them that the matter even came up in Public Accounts Committee. Next time, the chair may not be very magnanimous to entertain you.
And remind him that he's in charge of ensuring that he promotes the rule of law. So if she keeps in an acting position for more than 6 months, what happened?
In the court martial, and the ruling about the court martial, since then, nothing is going on with them. And the order was they should be taken to the civil courts. Up to now, 5 years down the road, they are there. They don't know what is going to happen next. Now, you've been asking about the cadre judges. The ones we call cadre judges are those ones who have confessed that I belong to this political party. Yes, you have Chinove.
He knows them.
I'll give an example of one. Chinove, you know him. He's NRM 311. And what are you saying?
No one, they are not on record.
So there are many like that, but I've given you one. We know that they received those positions not because of their merit, not on merit, but because they profess a certain agenda that the appointing authority probably thinks they deserve to be there. I'll just stop there.
And PS, as you do respond, we are not here for the sake of arguing. We said feedback. For us, we have communicated, get back and investigate. If you don't have enough staff for investigation, we can assign you more. But just take that feedback in good faith. Just take it in good faith. But you can make a comment as we proceed to matters of audit.
I was saying that I have taken note of your information. We shall, for this year, we shall find out what is happening again. For the cadres, I don't know.
You can't know. Yes, you can't know.
I can't know. Because you see, all of us belong to let's go to the queries.
Let me remind you on one thing. What we are asking is very important to this country. Very, very important. Very. What he's speaking to is very important. As we go to matters of audit, that is accountability for the office that you occupy. And it's the reason as to why we allocated you money. These are part of the objectives. Those are fulfillment of your missions, your overall goals. So the reason is for you to exist there is satisfaction to the people that you do serve. And we want to thank you and we call for continuous improvement, sir. Get back and reflect into how this arm is serving. You said it is an independent arm. We want to see that independence. We want to see constitutionalism, the rule of law. That is what the public is requesting for. So we are not going to argue too much, but we give you money to fulfill what we are talking about, sir. So we are going to go to the money, but we want you to really want to feel your existence. In any case, do we still need the judiciary? That is confirmed by public perception. People may wake up and say, we don't need you.
I want to provide some information to Honorable Nsamba and the Appointments Committee that approves these appointments. I recall the Honorable, I think Leader of Opposition, if my recollection is right, put a direct question to Justice Chinove when he appeared before the Appointments Committee on the issue of his loyalty. And in the committee, he undertook to dispense justice in accordance with the oath that he took. And on the basis of that undertaking, the Appointments Committee approved him. So I thought that should be on record, because I don't want this committee to appear to be casting aspersion on a judicial officer. It would really be, it is wise for us not to take that direction, especially where somebody went through a parliamentary committee, and where some of us sit, because that would be an indictment on some of us who sit on that committee.
Thank you so much.
So I thought I would put that on record, so that there is no interest to be declared But I thought I would give that information, but also for the sake of the judicial officer who is not here. Yes, it would be important that, you know, we don't cast aspersion on a judicial officer. We only have to be, I think the bigger call, Honorable Samba, is for us through the PS here to appeal to the judicial officers to abide by the oath that they take on appointment. And that because PS tomorrow I'll be appointed a judge. I am Jema. I don't want anybody to say Basarwa is siding with Samba because he's Jema and the opposition. So the call, what the public needs from you and the judicial officers here, what the public wants to see from you is dispensing justice in accordance with the oath you took. If you don't do so, then people begin making conclusions similar to what Honorable Samba is raising. So really, it is upon you to execute your work in a manner that does not create doubt in the minds of Omuntu Wawansi, because you serve the public. Article 126 is asking you to do justice in the name of the people and for the people. I think that's the only call I want to make to the judicial officers who are here, and I have trust. I have appeared before His Worship Eremie when he was a chief magistrate. I have appeared before Justice Her Worship Atukwaza, and I think the public, and when these MPs raise these issues, they are raising them for and on behalf of the people. I don't want you to take it in bad faith, but that is precisely the sentiments in the public. So you have a bigger responsibility to rise above those sentiments. I thought Chair would put that on record for us to move well. I thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Asumani. To their mandate, then we shall get back to that. Is if you are using the main report, it's page 15. If you are using the responses, we are starting with warrants of funds stroke revenue performance. We are going straight to your budget and execution of your mandate.